Welcome to True Tempo. It's Tuesday once again, and I am still working, or for the second time, working on my Nethergoyf Architects of Will setup in Dimir Tempo. Last week, I've tried 4 Hymn to Thorax, and I didn't like it. And I knew that was an experiment for sure. This time, I am eliminating that experiment, playing Thoughtseize 4 and 4 Daze. Those numbers could be a bit different, but I like in an aggressive build, mana-wise, I like having 4 Daze, but it's I think the 4th Daze is the easiest swap for something else. With what I'm with what I want to do with this list. So, like last week, Architects of Will is here to cycle and make Nethergoyf bigger, putting artifact and creature into the graveyard instantaneously. And I think this is solid. I think I don't know if it's worth it, but basically I'm trying to figure out the best version of a Nethergoyf Dimir list. I have a nice version of a Goyfless, like a slightly bigger list with playing Murktides. But I feel like if I find a list I like with Nethergoyf, then that is going to be my preferred list because like cheap cards are just generally better than expensive. And even though Murktide is an awesome card, it's also like a known entity, so it's not like the end all be all. I think I'm okay cutting it when there is a like a real reason in deck building. The reason here being that I want to protect my Nethergoyfs and also be able to escape them from time to time. I think that is pretty easy when we play Architects of Will compared to other deck lists with Nethergoyf. So beyond that, I'm playing 1 Reanimate. If you follow the channel, you know that I like Reanimate in the mirror, just to have more Tamiyos and Bowmasters and other bigger things. There's definitely a high ceiling on the card and pretty low, no, a pretty high floor as well, especially because we play Architects of Will. I mean, it's not the real reason, but it's just like added bonus because I don't think paying 4 life to get this into play is very interesting. But I mean, it is a wild Nacatl and it can be good in many situations. It can be worth it. So it makes playing Reanimate even more free, I think. And I would like a second one in theory. That could be that Daze that turned into a second Reanimate. But that's for another day. And in the sideboard, I'm trying out Invasive Surgery. This is an old it's an old favorite of mine. And the reason why why I'm playing this is because, well, I'm still mostly planning to play paper these days in a month's time, a bit less, and I don't expect much oops. And I also think that with a bit of luck, you can beat oops without surgical or fairy macabre. But I basically run the gambit of being okay if I lose against it with this setup. But that's not the most important part. Like Force of Negation and Invasive Surgery, they both handle Loam, which is the other likely card you'll face, I think, interacting with the graveyard, and then again against blue-black or any kind of reanimate strategy, surgery is going to be pretty good as well, countering reanimate or some of the enablers. Consign and invasive surgery, they're both good against oops. And like the primary reason for playing invasive surgery is countering Doomsday and Show and Tell. And stock up. Those are the big ones. So, and the fact that if you have Delirium, that you remove all copies is pretty sweet against Doomsday and Show and Tell. of course, and also pretty good against stock up. And Light from the Loam, of course. That's the reason why I mentioned that. Playing 3 is a lot, but I want to see what it does. I think it's going to be pretty good. What one of the thing it doesn't do, which I like in this slot, is countering Flusterstorms and Veil of Summers. So it doesn't fit that role, but it does other things. It gives us a good Life from the Low matchup, I feel, which is pretty decent. And at the same time as handling some of the combo decks. Then this is my the fair pile. I want to try out a Metamorphosis Fanatic against Izzet and the Mire because yeah, it's high impact in both of those matchups. With the Architects of Will, we have a bit more insurance that we'll have something to bring back. And then yeah, a Kaito instead of the fourth Bergoyf is probably the mature choice. And I'm trying to Feed the Cycle for the first time as an answer to Murktide and Kaito. And anything else. But those are the big ones. So yeah, let's see if a pretty tight Nethergoyf list, in my opinion, can do some magic, make some magic happen. See you for round 1 in 2 seconds. All right, round 1. This is a keep. My opponent played ninjas the last time, but they usually play modern. It looks like. So against a Wasteland strategy, I will have to be a bit careful. Okay, Thoughtseize. Careful with my Misty Rainforest. Swamp, to me it does smell a bit like ninjas, but of course it could be anything. Alright. So it looks like I'm just gonna pass the turn. And in these situations where you can cycle or surveil, I think it's better to cycle. Because surveilling you can always do later when you run out of gas, out of fetch lands you draw. It's more likely to run into that situation later and be happy to have a surveil land. So just the question is, of course, also which land to get. I'm definitely smelling ninjas with these basics. They like that card. I'm just gonna get an island. So Bowmasters should be good against them. Might be ink. Wow, that's a lot of architects though. If I brainstorm, will they Daze? Could just play the Tamiyo. They took the Tamiyo, so maybe they don't have removal. I think I'm gonna do that. And wait on the Brainstorm. Having a blocker against ninjas is also good, but I hope I can be attacking, of course. Okay. That happens. We're starting out slow. Maybe at some point I'll play these, but let's see. Wasteland is looking pretty horrendous. Well, now I want to brainstorm. I assume they play Bowmasters, even though they're a ninja deck. I could be wrong. Okay, I can get rid of stuff. Get rid of stuff. I mean, Daze is probably extremely bad. They might play a 3-drop. I think Having my mana online is better than this days. The way things are looking. And yeah, I'm gonna cycle one architect. Sorry. Um, maybe play the other one. Maybe they're wondering if I play some kind of weird living end deck. I think Architect of Will is mostly known from modern living end. I don't think I mentioned this in the deck tech, but my list doesn't have any double blue or double black spells, so Island Swamp is really solid towards casting anything in the deck. They fetch, yeah. So against a deck like this, I'm just gonna say okay. Against a deck like this, like Bowmasters is sweet. That's kind of a thing. You wanna get like that's one of okay. So I can hopefully find a Bowmaster for that one. I'm gonna see if I can find a Daze though first. Yeah. I really don't wanna let the ninjutsu Baleful Strix, but I don't wanna shoot it either. Thank you so much. Am I playing out my lands? I think so. Since I feel like I might be playing that one. Let's see. But if they have their own Bowmasters, such as life, they do force. Okay. Yeah. It's painful, but I think I have to shoot this owl because it will give them value both in ninjutsuing something into play and when they play it afterwards. Okay, so they could have played, if they had some kind of ninja, they could have just played it. They have 2 cards. I'm just gonna see if they have a Daze here. And live with that. If it resolves, I'm gonna trigger myself because they have a fetch. Okay, not bad, not bad. I don't want that Daze anytime soon. But to pair with Force, it might be decent. I guess I'm gonna... Yeah. To pair with Force. I guess I'm gonna... It's tough. I think I'm gonna... The safest is to... I think the safest is to take a blue card top. Okay, I'm looking right now. But put a blue card top, and the most likely that I can use for stuff is Brazen, and then Bowmasters is next, so I can protect the Bowmasters with force, potentially. So, Architects of Will in play. Let's see. It's a beater. It's dead. Okay. They have Not much going on. Sweet. Now I have Force. Snuff Out is maybe completely dead against them. I'm definitely boarding it out. I have to wonder how I want to play my Brazen. Now they might have Force. I think I'm just waiting. Just trying to be a bit patient here. If I draw that Daze to match my Force, that won't be too bad. I think playing Bowmasters here is decent. Feel like when they play that land like that, it could signify Force. Force and what? Maybe 2 Force? Force and a land. They don't want a Murderous Cut. Okay. They bend the Murderous Cut with Undercity. Means they already have removal, or they desperately look for a yeah, ninja. Always if let's see what's happening here. Okay, they already had one. I am okay fighting over this. I think for the time being, I'm just gonna hold on my Brazen. I feel like it's pretty valuable if they play a big, or any kind of creature that I can't snuff out. I feel like the tempo is gonna be good. So, yeah. I wait. Okay, now I can waste. I'm gonna waste sooner or later. When I get this mana, I can play around Daze and Force. I think I have an Undercity Sewers still. And okay, they just play a Brainstorm. Okay, pretty desperate to say the least. Their draw looks awful. We saw that they pitched a ninja, and since then, nothing. A Strix and a ninja is what they saw creature-wise. Now they're gonna play Kaito, maybe. No, just more painful cantripping. At this point, I'm gonna play the Brazen if they don't concede. If they play creature, maybe I bounce, but they need at least 2 removal spells. definitely have 2 removal spells, but yeah, it's not over yet. Let's find that surveil land. Thoughtseize is not really what's up. If they have something, it's instant speed. Nice. I think they are just waiting for me to attack. There's no reason to give me the turn, right? Okay. There was reasons. Maybe they hoped I would brainstorm first. Do they have more? I mean, they almost stabilize. Okay. I want to keep their Bowmasters so they can ninjutsu maybe. I hope my Nethergoyf is foiling their plans. But I mean, yeah, their deck is about drawing cards. So leaving this is also pretty bad for them. Okay, we got there. And yeah, this is really a battle of the Bowmasters, I feel. Thoughtseize is good. And don't want Snuff Out. Wasteland is pretty atrocious. I am on the draw. I can definitely cut Daze. I can cut Force. It's grindy, but it's also like when it works the best for them, they are almost doing broken things. So having some instant speed removal, disruption, some stack based disruption is not bad. I feel like this is gonna be good. Don't really like Barragoyf. Kaito seems pretty bad as well. Brazen's not awesome. I could play Invasive because of Thoughtseize and Ponder. I mean, on Thoughtseize is decent, but it's just 1-for-1, and getting Thoughtseized is not the end of the world either. I think I'm gonna play Kaito for the grindy upside. And last cards, a Barragoyf. Yeah, I'm okay playing all these forces. I don't have a lot of good choices. Like that would be Wasteland or something. I feel like that's slightly worse. Like if we have a Bowmaster battle and I can win it because of force, I think that can decide the game. Nice one. Tamiyo is sweet in that it blocks anything. Turn 1, turn 2. Okay, so they go for a Tamiyo, which I'll push off of Underground Sea, so I can Daze. Yeah, I'm happy I don't have too many of those. So it's really a mirror where they have some synergy, potential upside off of the ninjas, but we didn't see a lot of we didn't see any of their stinkers like Ornithopter if they play it, or the 1/1 changeling. Sure. Not dazing that one. If they're in mana issues, then Daze will still be good, I think, in one of the next couple of turns. Okay, so they don't have an awesome land here, but it lets them play a ponder, which will maybe shuffle, probably. Yep. So Wasteland doesn't look too bad against what they're presenting here. Just gonna play my Tamiyo first. That's when I want to protect them most against Daze. If I find a Wasteland, I'm wasting the Underground Sea. Okay, so now I can build my basics, meaning that this will be a swamp, I guess. Is that fine for next turn? Having a swamp? Yeah, it's fine. Alright, they were pretty F6'd, so no Daze, maybe no force. Means creatures and removal, because they don't have lands either. Creatures and removal. Yeah, okay, or just infinite cantrips, of course. That's pretty good for me, because it's like they're spinning wheels and I have 2 threats. They can't shoot them both without either Snuff Out or backing it up with Daze. Wasteland's fine. So am I forcing here? I think I am. Because didn't feel like they had. Okay, they have a force now. That's life. They have 2 cards. I have a threat. Good mana. So that's all good. We know they don't have Daze, since they had to force. So if I get to Bergoyf, we're cooking. At this point, I'd love to draw a Reanimate. That's awesome as well. And thinking if I should surveil. I think, yeah, I don't want to surveil now. Do I want to surveil the next turn or just get my island? That's the question, because if I want to get my island, I should do it now to play on Stifle. So, if I know my... I guess they could play things that changes the math on my decision. Maybe Stifle is not that likely. I mean, it isn't very likely, but I feel like they could play Stifle. A deck like that. Okay. That is A-okay. And there's another Nethergoyf popping up. Now, I'm just gonna hold my Bowmasters and see if I can get them somehow. Nethergoyf is not active in the graveyard, but pretty close. Tamiyo, well, I guess I'll play my Bowmasters now. sweet. That is sweet. Yeah, Nethergoyf's feeling pretty good. Just being a easy to play threat. Off of my simple mana. They have a lot of worries now. Being at 4 life, attacking is not gonna help. Sure, they want to draw a card. No, that does other things. Okay. Yep. Sweet. Good old 1-drops, efficient, efficient good cards. That's what I want to be playing. See you for round 2. All right, round 2, and my opponent played Dimir Tempo the last time, but they also like show and tell. Okay. Nice hand. Nice hand. Just gonna lead on Underground Sea Tamiyo, so I can theoretically Thoughtseize twice, for instance, or Thoughtseize push next turn. Good hand against both of the potential decks that I mentioned. Push, not so much against show and tell, but still serviceable. They might play Tamiyo. Yeah, winning the die roll and playing Tamiyo is a good feeling. I can't deny it. It's a tough call whether I Daze a removal spell here or not. At this point, well, wow. Gonna attack. I'm gonna Brainstorm first, I think. But it's really tight because if I Thoughtseize first, well, my Brainstorm is more informed and I have maybe not so many cards I want to get rid of. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize first. Some lag. My computer is not the quickest, to say the least. It's an old office computer. Okay. So they have... I don't like this new way of watching the hand, by the way. So now they can Daze my Brainstorm. Next turn, well, I can Daze their Bowmaster. If they fetch, they can't Daze my Brainstorm, so that's a way of... I can also just take the Daze, of course. But I have to be wary of these threats. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Daze and Brainstorm. Yeah. Their Wasteland might be good. I think I should get my basics going. Okay. like, I guess I'll put Brazen on the bottom and then push. I might want to protect that one. And Tamiyo is my pitch to force. See how they play. Murktide I have covered with Brazen. Bowmasters I have covered with push, but also have Daze. Maybe Daze is for Barragoyf. Okay, so they have a Tamiyo. That's fine. I'm gonna Daze the Brainstorm. Guess I'll push it and just make my land drop like that. With the Daze on the Brainstorm. And I can cycle. I can play and cycle. I think I'm just drawing a card here actually. And taking up. If they play, this is gone. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this now because I don't wanna force a Bowmaster. I feel like that's something I can handle in other ways. Of course, now Bowmasters does present an issue because I don't know if I have black mana coming up. Murktide as well. Okay, I'm gonna force. So these are gone, and I guess this is gone. Okay, that's awesome. I think I'm gonna wait on the architects so I can play around Daze. Like, they really need Bowmaster plus protection. It's pretty tough when they have a Barragoyf as one of the cards. See if they concede. Maybe they're gonna run the time. Okay, so I am gonna get my mana going. Get a swamp. Play some threats. I mean, it's just a matter of playing against the time now, I guess. assume I have a push. Let's check. I have a bounce spell, so I'm not gonna. I have a Daze right somewhere. That's gone. That's gone. Okay. I'm happy they didn't force me to attack 4 times. Tamiyo, sweet, being able to protect that. So another Dimira, another Dimira. And it looks like they're playing the big version without Nethergoyfs. So I'm probably just going big as well with this stuff. I think having some Daze is pretty good against their heavy, more heavy deck. Even on the draw, I guess. Maybe I'll play 4 on the play, but 2 on the draw. Yeah, seems fine. Wastelands mostly to play around Daze. Yeah, Tamiyo is sweet. So, a bit risky. I need to find my basics, I think, with this hand. But that's fine. Like, Island Tamiyo is cool enough. Especially when they lead on a ponder. Yeah, having the basics and spells that work off 2 basics is pretty sweet. That I might become addicted to that. It's very often like that in Izzet, but Murktide is an exception to that rule. And Hymn to Torag is definitely an exception as well, that I did not like last week. I'm a bit behind on time and my computer is a bit slow, so I have to think about not being too slow as well. But that waiting time is them. Are they gonna Daze? No. Okay. So the good thing is when they lead on Ponder, they're probably going to push here, but not necessarily have a good follow-up on their island. That would be a Tamiyo, basically. Okay, sure. The fact that they spend 2 mana to do that is sweet. Now, I would love a land here, so I guess I'm just gonna ponder for a land, and then hopefully play Tamiyo. Yeah, maybe get wasted. Maybe get wasted. How bad is it? It's not that bad, really. It's okay. Then I just ponder and move on. But if they waste and play... Okay, they Daze. Daze I can live with. Because it sets them back. Dazing a 1-drop is generally not awesome. And no place, so that means Bowmasters. We're just gonna say go. I have land drops to make. If they waste me, it'll be pretty sad. Okay. So they just run it out. Then I'm gonna run it out as well. Maybe they have a second one, but I mean, at least they can't get Kaito for free. And who knows, maybe they're just not patient. That's also a possibility. So I'm blocking and accepting the fact that they can have a Bowmaster and get a kind of 2-for-1. Well, no. If they played a land, it would be different. Here they don't have. I mean, there's no reason to block here, because if they have Bowmasters, it's bad news bears for me. So good attack, but not so scary when they don't have third land. Guess I'm gonna attack first. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna attack first. Do I want to block if they play a third land? I guess so. It's tough. I think Kaito is yeah. I feel more like checking their checking if they have Bowmasters. I can push it. I get the info. I think they're gonna play it. Okay, well, nice. I want to play it like this. So they don't have Bowmasters, is what I am getting at. Don't have Bowmasters. They could have Kaito. So now I'm happy to block and trade. And but also because I'm playing Tamiyo, but I think it might get killed or forced or whatever, and then it's nice to have this as backup. I'm happy that I have all this mana. Next turn I can theoretically push a Bergoyf and play my own. So, okay. So now I don't want to give them Revolt. So I'm not attacking with the 1/1, just attacking with Tamiyo. And they Snuff Out. Okay, bad timing, because I got my token. But I understand. I know I've made my fair share of bad timings as well. Really sweet to get the basic swamp here. Guess they have cantrips in hand. Or like, I don't know. Yeah. Playing their cantrips. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna hold on the Bowmaster. Just attack with the Baragorf. I mean, they're gonna push it, but at least I get the token out of the way. Maybe I should have attacked here. It's kind of free. They bounce. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it was free to attack with the almost free, not completely, because like if that happened and they just take one, and now I have to block this or risk Kaito. It's the mirror is really sweet, really sweet. So now, same story, but I can definitely attack with if they have a Bowmaster, it's bad to attack with the army token, but I have my own, so it's fine. Let's attack with these two. All right, and then they're gonna push it, and I think I want to prioritize Bowmaster more than Nethergoyf. Bowmaster and a card. Doughty Voidwalker. Okay, that's not so scary. But I really have to be careful with their Bowmaster. Like if I crack a token here, it's, I mean, it's almost not worth it. I think I'm just gonna bounce here and spend my mana like that. If they have a Daze, how sad am I? Not very sad. Not very sad. So now I could crack a clue. This makes Bergolf bigger. Well, let's attack. Well, guess I'm gonna draw a card. Guess they don't have much, but it's good. It's a good thing to be scared, to play around. Okay, well, I'll take that. So them being at 2, I'm just gonna draw a card. I can always waste something to get Delirium. If they have a Bergolf, that is. They can't play a Thoughtseize when they're 2. Well, they can, but it will kill them. All right, sweet. Doing well in the Dimir. See you for round 3. All right, third round, and this is a Japanese tempo player, so sweet. And we're gonna keep, even though we don't have a good play. Turn 1, we have Surveilling, which I might do, even though getting basics is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Don't have to do anything. All right. So we're gonna get my island and play that Tamiyo. Didn't need to surveil. I had a good card on top. And if they... Okay, they just get an island. They want to brainstorm. Dismember. Okay. Well, I'm dazing that for sure. Pretty awesome being on the play. And they force. Well, I'm forcing back. And I'm starting to get worried about Murktide, but because that's like Brazen is one of my answers. Wow, they force again. Okay, but they win. You got me. So fetch lane Murktide. Okay, hope they don't have a Daze. But what did they exile? Could have a Daze. But let's put them to the test. Stifle. Wow. I played around it before. I mean, I'm not. I had to. Well, I could have done it in the upkeep. It would have been slightly better. Wow. That's the stifle that got me good. That's the stifle that got me really good. Okay, I have an out to drawing a swamp. All right, let's cycle. Snuff out. Okay, gonna wait to see what they draw. I'm still afraid of Murktide. But like I'm getting a lot of info from what they're doing here. They don't like a Brazen. Okay, I'm gonna waste them on this one. Oh yeah, I don't have a swamp for Snuff Out. I'm sorry. Too used to to having the swamp, but and I felt so good in my. Okay, they have a spell snare, which is pretty good, but now I have a swamp, so I can kill this, which I will right away. And maybe they tap out, so I can Bowmaster them. I hope they don't tap out for a Murktide. Okay, so I can draw a blue card and protect my Bowmaster. That would be sweet. Or I can draw another Bowmaster, in which case I should do this now, but I feel like blue card is, well, it is more likely. Okay, sweet. I'm just gonna do this in the upkeep. So they spend a mana on snare. Sorry. It's not. You don't point at the Delver right away. This is a cool game. Okay, I am happy about that. Let's see if they find a Murktide. Splin. When they play Stifle, they shuffle. Okay, they play Stifle and Snare, so it's not a Cory Steel Cutter list, I think. They draw that randomly. Okay, Brainstorm. I want to wait on that, I think. It's a Murktide Delver, like aggressive, classic Delver. Is it Delver? All right. Yeah. Am I? Well, no, I'm waiting a bit. I'm brainstorming on my turn. I can find like things. These are not things though. So how is the math in this? If they flip, it's a 3-turn clock. If I only attack here, it's also a 3-turn clock where I start. So yeah, I'm just attacking with the Orc Army token. I don't want the cantrips to be live. Okay, sweet. So they can attack, but they'll take 3 on the way back. Of course, if they have bolts, it gets dicey. Okay. They play Katara. They play Katara. Nice. They just need to flip a bolt with the bolts. And they have me. I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Tight game. So, Katara. Nice. Xaxis. Okay, that took some time. So of course, Bergoyfs and like Snuff Out is debatable, but I think it's definitely worth it. Kaito is very debatable. Thoughtseize is like not that interesting. Taking damage from a discard spell. Force is not very interesting. And yeah, on the play, I like that setup. Kaito, is that better than anything? Might be. On the play, well, maybe either case might be better than a Daze. It's heavy, but it is a good answer to Murktide. Yeah, let's try like this. That Stifle. Stifle and the snare, the clutch snare. That was a nice game. All right, it's pretty sweet. I almost want them to Wasteland me, so I'm gonna play the sea. And then winning after double forcing. Yeah, crazy game. Crazy game. They can't just like play stifle magic here. I don't think they play a lot of stifle. Maybe 2 or something, 1 maybe. All right, you got me. I don't think they're gonna Daze a Ponder, but they're welcome to if they want to. Okay. Happy about all of this. Now do I... Yeah, I should have... Like, the Snuff Out is pretty sweet. So... Snuff Out is pretty sweet against Katara. So I almost think... I'm just gonna play Undercity Sewers and keep it on top. I should have done that a bit differently. I guess the third card is not as interesting. But yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not a big deal. Okay, Delver. They're gonna waste me. Yep. I think I can wait. I can definitely wait. I think we're gonna get my basics now. Start getting my basics. And I don't have to snuff out if they don't flip. If they have a Katara, I wanna shoot that one instead. Another Delver. Okay. All right. So I can flip here. Cycling. Which is pretty good if they only have one Delver. I'm gonna shoot that one. And I'd like to find a Wasteland, of course. Bowmasters is pretty good as well. If they don't flip, don't want the land. Ponder is also good. So uncounterable triggering is pretty sweet. And I'm just gonna get my swamp here, I think. No, I have I have unknowns on top. Just gonna get my swamp. Like, maybe that's a bit chickeny. Like, I could also have played my ponder, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of regretting it. But I feel like I don't have to play into today's this game. Do they have a force? Yeah. Okay. I feel like they would have exiled the Daze if they had it. I'm gonna play the Nethergoyf first. Yeah, but no, I don't have to Daze, right? Oh, sorry, play Ponder. It's silly. Um, hmm. No, yeah. There's pros and cons, but actually if they Daze, they're further away from their good 2-drops, so especially Murktide. So it wouldn't be the end of the world when I have a 5/6 in play. And now I have a Daze. So yeah, I have to beat the Delver if it flips. It's like a 4-turn clock, but I also have a Tamiyo, and I have a 4-turn clock, and the Daze is good. I'm gonna say this is fine. Ponder, okay. Gonna Daze that with my Undercity Sewers. Then I can get rid of my Thoughtseize when I play it again. It's gonna be tight if I don't find a removal spell now, for sure. I could wait, and then I guarantee a flip. I guess that is pretty good for the clock. Yeah. I can even prevent a full turn of if they're attacking like that. I can just do it now if they play a big threat. Okay, smells like Murktide. Yeah, so now I have to draw a card, I think. That's good. It's definitely good. At least I can potentially jump. Wasteland is not bad. Okay, so this is a close game. And if they just remove my Tamiyo, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm impressed. I think their deck and their playing seems pretty sweet. Like I usually play Izzet, but I kind of don't believe in it against my deck, against Dimir. Okay, jump. Yeah, I need more when I'm gonna have a trigger here. Oh, that's pretty good. That gives me a Tamiyo. See if they stifle it. But yeah, them forcing, playing Spell Snare, Stifle, like they have a lot of interaction with with Bowmaster, and yeah, they just need to win before Bergoyf arrives. It's definitely close. Makes me wanna. Makes me wanna. Okay. They stifle. Okay, fine. So I need to find a Brazen, ideally. Orcish Bowmasters. That ain't it. That ain't it. Wow. That merits a GG's. So, yeah. Well done. Well done, Kyo aggro. I'm curious if I misplayed at different points. Like maybe my fetching was wrong, or yeah. But sweet games. See you for the next round. All right, I am pretty good at winning die rolls. Round 4, my opponent usually plays modern, and that's a fine hand. I am gonna lead on a Swamp Thoughtseize because I don't want to get wasted if I can. And they mulliganed a lot. Huh. It does make me want to maybe get an Underground Sea when they were mulligan to 5, but are they gonna beat a Thoughtseize in the Force? I don't think so. So I'm just gonna make that play anyways. It is a Wasteland deck. Alright, so I am happy. I'm gonna take the Ponder and maybe I can get them when they Brainstorm with my Bowmaster. And maybe they're just gonna do it now. Okay, they drew another Ponder. Such is life. They shuffle. In that case, I'm just gonna play my Bowmaster now, and so I can Daze their Daze. Okay, boop. I have so ugly basics. I never think about changing that. Yep. A bit of lag. So now they need to draw naturally removal. Brainstorm is locked in hand. He's a Channeler. Channeler, I mean, I'm not going to force that. I can find ways to get rid of it, right? Including a second. Including a second. Just gonna attack first. Bowmaster, that's what I wanted to say. So with this Nethergoyf, I'm gonna be ahead in the race regardless. Okay, sweet. Sweet, it's not very sweet, but yeah, it's good enough. I think that having force for when they get to Murktide is, as often is, just the biggest threat to a deck like mine, and it's not coming just yet. Okay, they have still a Brainstorm they can't cast. can't attack. And I'm gonna put everything in the bin now. And they can get Delirium. Actually shouldn't have played my my lands. Maybe they double block. I don't think so. Gonna cycle. And response, I have a bad card on top, so I should play well here. I mean, that's fine. I'm only forcing a Murktide. I'm not forcing a removal spell on Bowmasters when they have so few cards. This is a sweet league with double Dimir, double Izzet, all the good magic. So that was kind of a freebie when they mulligan to 5. Let's see if we can, like, maybe I'm thinking about what I did wrong in the previous round. Maybe I was too conservative with my spending of mana. Like, maybe I could have used my mana a bit better. How many answers do I have to Murktide? I have 5. It's not bad. Plus the Kaito 6. It's not bad. And Daze is also, if I keep some in, kind of an answer. Same as before. I like that. When I have 2 Snuff Out, Thoughtseize is really not what's up. Maybe I should even play the 4th Daze. I'm gonna try it like that. 4th Daze is pretty sketchy, I have to say. But like I haven't tried playing 2 Snuff Outs against Izzet Delver, but I have worried thoughts about it. It's just, the thing is, Snuff Out is so good in the Dimir Mire to take out, especially Tamiyo. So it's so tempting to run the card. But it's one of those cards that I'm gonna board it in because it's a good answer to Murktide, but it's really not very awesome to have to play it. To register it against a Delver deck. So I'm gonna go for basics and hope that I draw Brainstorm for that Metamorphosis Fanatic at some point. Just gonna have 6. I don't have to pretend that I'm gonna force a 1-drop. Okay, well, I'm happy to play into Bold and Daze with this Tamiyo. It does everything post-board, so I have other things. Like I want to get my Nethergoyf big, and hopefully not get dazed on my Beargoyf. And let's see if they run Cutter. That would be a worry if there's a turn 2 Cutter. Alright, it's dead. Yeah, turn 2 Cutter on the play is tough. Those 4 Dazes, they do serve that purpose. Having some interaction, it's definitely worth it. Dazing a Cutter, even though it's tough on the draw. So I'm gonna, if nothing else happens, yeah, I'm gonna just play my Nethergoyf. It will die to both, which is pretty painful if I don't draw anything. Wasteland. Wasteland, Wasteland, Wasteland. So they didn't play a 1-drop. What are they holding? 2 drops maybe. Used 1 bolt already. I feel like this Wasteland should pay for Bergoyf. Yeah. Gonna accept that it can die here. And I might even just jam Bergoyf next turn. Because I have the Fanatic to bring it back if I draw a Brainstorm. It really depends on what I draw, of course. If I have other things to do, I'm more incentivized to play like that. Okay. Cutter, not playing around Daze. It's weird. As if they want to get dazed. I don't see any advantage of playing like that. I have only 3 cards. Gonna draw another one. They can attack. Okay, such is life. I don't want to risk them having a Brainstorm, bolt to the face, stuff like that. But I think, as it stands, I want to play defensively, which is a bit weird maybe. Like, I think, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot now and stay back. I don't want to do it on their turn because it makes it easier for them to make another monk. Now my Nethergoyf is bigger. Doing this, they might waste it, but if they don't, I can play Bergoyf around a Daze. I'd love to find a Brainstorm. I mean, if they Wasteland me, I am happy about this. I think this is just the way to go, actually. Just play a slow game towards Bergoyf. They might have a heat that they might use on this one. Yep, Brainstorm away. It's so much better being on the play against this 2-drop menace, which is really not that scary on the draw, I think, when you play Bowmasters and good 1-drops. So no shuffle. Murktide? Ugh. Murktide is a problem, as always. Murktide is so good. So at least if they don't have an answer, is this gonna happen? Am I gonna hardcast? I might. There's a small world where that actually comes to fruition. I'm gonna play the fetch and Bergoyf. There is a small world where I hardcast. Oops. The Fanatic. They pitch what's a Brainstorm? Okay. Don't have to shoot the token because I have a blocker, but I am in trouble against the Murktide. So 5 answers in the deck. Let's get there. All right, Ponder is sweet. Very sweet. So that won't do. That won't do at all, unfortunately. Yeah. Is there any way I can win by attacking? Yeah, I'd have to. I don't think so. Might be very wrong. Now I just lose to bolts regardless. But yeah, since this travels, it's just irresponsible unless I want to push it. Yeah, that's also good enough to win. If they have anything. Murktide, what a beautiful card. I'm not dead yet. Okay, well. I assume they have nothing. Since, well, maybe they have a force that they're saving. So, it's time. It's time for Brainstorm. And I have to be wary of this cutter at any point, making a friend. If I find something now, they have a Pyroblast. Yeah, okay. You got me. Murktide got me. So, I guess on the play it's the same deal. Only difference is that the Dazes are going to be sweet. And here I can begin sideboarding on my poor computer. It's because it's working on the side. It's not built for doing so much graphic work. Yeah, no changes. This is sweet. So I feel like I have a pretty responsible build towards beating Izzet Delver, but I do not have the Hydroblasts that we used to play. I don't have Nile Spellbomb, which is good, very good. So they're different. They're different. They're different. There are definite reasons for why it might feel a bit tough. I guess I'm gonna keep and go Underground Sea Ponder and prepare to meet my Izzet Maker if I don't find lands. Like that. Okay, no Wasteland. Sweet. Sweet. We are playing, so they didn't have Wasteland before. They might have Daze, but I'm gonna ask the question. Okay. definitely gonna ask the question. So I'm gonna ponder for sure to find lands. Yeah. And maybe I can get to Bergoyf if I find lands. Okay. Not bad. I mean, I'm gonna play something. I'm not gonna draw these Dazes. And what am I playing? If I play... Huh. I feel like I should Wasteland and play a Tamiyo and just roll off a Underground Seas. That or Nethergoyf. I feel like I have the time to draw with Tamiyo. Well, no. If they don't flip, I mean, they're gonna flip. They're gonna flip. They're gonna flip. That puts me to 14. If they waste, I can cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Tamiyo. No, the thing is, it's off to all of their Pyroblasts and bolts, and Nethergoyf is not. And we still have a pretty close race situation where I'm ahead on board, mana-wise. So they play stock up. That's the winning list from Eternal Week in Japan, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go for that. And the fact that I had a architect also had a difference, or like had an impact towards my decision to play like this, because I know I have. Okay, I mean, that's pretty sweet towards having a better clock than them. I mean, I have a 3-turn clock and they have a 5-turn clock, and they can't get rid of these usually most of the time. They don't have Delirium. They can never afford to waste me here. Then I play a Tamiyo, which can block. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Don't think they can waste me anymore in this. They need to get to Murktide in this game. Maybe they want a double block, a black bolt. Soul Guide Lantern, not bad. This Architects will maybe surprise them. But now they can kind of control a bit. See when they want to pull the trigger on the lantern. Really hope it's now. It makes sense. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Because then I can get my... I wanted to do this anyways and get my 4 damage in. Really tough not hitting a land, I have to say. Because now if they have Murktide, it's over. Now I have 3-4 Goyfs again. Huh. Hmm. Murktide at any point is game over. Sweet. How am I playing this? I have 4 days I can find with Brainstorm. I think I don't want to play into their Red Blast here. I'm gonna Brainstorm if they play something big. They bolt. Okay. Yeah, that's scary. So scary indeed. So now I just die to bolts. Izzet Delver. Yeah, it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson not to underestimate this deck. I guess I don't have force in the deck, so this is mute. I can't help myself though. So really tight games, but basically Bergoyf is did not. It came too late to the party in all of these Izzet Delver games. Yeah. F6. So that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Like considering since people are still playing Izzet Delver, and I think a lot of those of us that went to the dark side for Dimir Delver or Dimir Tempo, we started building the deck to beat the mirror, like the aforementioned Snuff Out, and not playing Nihil Spellbomb and Blue Blast or Hydroblast. These things they add up. So yeah, really sweet. Like towards being ready to win tournaments. I think with Dimir you have to not forget about Izzet, and this is a good lesson for me. So let's see for the last round if it's more tempo. Last round. Let's see if we can get a positive record. I am still good at winning the die roll, but that won't do. I have no idea what my opponent is playing, but they have played Ruby Storm in um, Modern. Guess I am gonna bin a Nethergoyf and start with a Thoughtseize. Just for having versatile options. Eldrazi. They have a Wasteland, which is painful. They have 5 mana. Gonna take the Line Breaker. The bounce spell is not very good against me. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm gonna. I was considering the pedal, but I think it's a bit too weak. I want to get them to use that, and then. Oh, my computer is lagging hard. Wasteland gone. Okay, awesome. What are they? Are they gonna play? The line breaker. I'm thinking about being able to get Revolt, but I think I should just get the pressure on first and foremost, and find a way to get Revolt afterwards. Worry about that later. So this is not an awesome hand against Eldrazi. Push is serviceable, but I don't have a lot of stuff. Are they gonna just say go here? Okay. Bowmasters pretty bad. It's one of the worst matchups for Bowmasters. So now what do they have? The Line Breaker. I'm just gonna play this, get it over with, and F6. Well, maybe I should have let them attack. I'm gonna shoot them and try and trade. Or maybe they're not gonna. Yeah, I I should have let them attack. No, I don't think they're gonna make this trade. Well, who knows? Anyways, these are gone. Okay, fine. Now I'm gonna attack with my with both of these, the token and the Goyf. I have some tricks up my sleeve to make a good trade. See how they want to play it. Just like that. Okay. Well, then I won't do anything. I'm gonna let them attack and with Bowmasters try and do what they played around last turn. Okay, another one. That's scary. That is scary indeed. So I'll try to play better this time. They fulfilled their mission. And I'd love to get Revolt on my turn to get rid of this other one. They have, I know two of their cards and they're not very good. Okay, well, that's a blocker, so I won't complain. And if they bounce it, I have Revolt. So, yeah, looking good, I must say. There's the eye, and they have the bounce Eldrazi. Uh-oh. But they take damage here. All right. think this should end well for me because of my push. But maybe they can make a good attack. That. Oh, they have another one. I should take action now, so this doesn't do its thing on another creature. So they can chump block forever. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think I should just attack with the 4/5. So their attacks are expensive on attack with this one as well. I mean, since I can play 2 creatures, or like play block 1 and shoot 1. I think, well, even if they trade, I'll be happy. If I can get the Fleshraker off the board, that would be good. Because I can handle this, like 2 creatures with my 2 cards, I'm only at a theoretical 3. Now I get Revolt, which is pretty good. So they are in top deck mode. And they can't just, well, Cosmic's Command will make some chump blockers, but like Ancient Tomb is a thing. Okay, that's a decent card. Happy about my Nethergoyf size though. Pretty good, so if they make a double block, I get them. Just like that, okay. Let's see if they concede. If not, I'll bounce when they attack. Dum dum dum. It's a nice game. Close. Close. I didn't think our initial hand was good enough, but I guess they didn't have an amazing hand either. So Eldrazi. I was thinking about the 4th. I had the 4th consign and 2 invasive, but then I thought invasive, I need to see what it can do. It didn't do anything this league, but I felt like I had enough cards to board in against Eldrazi. That was kind of the decision, the deciding factor. So I like removal, especially that plays around Chalice. And I hate force negation, but it might be necessary because it is necessary because I don't have much answer. I only have 2 Brazens for Chalice. Bowmasters is horrendous. Well, it was not that bad in that game, so maybe we shouldn't be too tough on it. And I think I can cut like a Tamiyo and a Ponder. Thoughtseize is not awesome as well. Maybe I'm going like this to have some blue cards for force. Yeah, I think that's fine. The Metamorphosis Fanatic, maybe it should be in the deck, and the Kaito, I feel like it's too slow. Like I feel like I want to play something that just like stabilizes. Maybe Kaito should be in and not Metamorphosis Fanatic. Well, I'm gonna keep, and I might go on just playing Swamp Magic. Just fetching Swamp and playing Thoughtseize. Because I have things to do. What's their turn to play? Can have plenty. I'm gonna Thoughtseize because the Nethergoyf is not that scary. If I can stop what they're doing with the Thoughtseize, that will definitely be good. They only have 3 lands and a pedal. I can snuff out a thing, and I don't want them having that hearse with my Goyf plan. So are they gonna jam the line breaker? In that case, it's gonna get snuff outed. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't hate just playing Goyfs and wasting. They're pretty big. No. And they might not have a play this turn with what we know. I don't want to postpone the Goyf, even though I know they can play a Fleshraker. I want to get the beatdowns going. Okay. Well, I'm gonna Thoughtseize and see if there's nothing. Okay. I mean, that's good, right? As long as they don't draw anything too fast. My life total is pretty scary, scarily low between the triggers and the attacks. And the chump blocks. Yeah, this can definitely go wrong. Especially if they draw a K command, then I'm dead. My opponent is chit-chatting. So I guess my opponent didn't draw anything. I drew a good card, I guess. This swamp, I mean, as it turned out, I'm pretty happy to have a safe swamp. Guess now they need a big play, or it doesn't matter. Like a K command. Tum 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 tum. They have 4 mana plus triggers. So, what will it be? Yep. Pedal is not gonna do it. Fighting against my lag. And that's fine. They're gonna jump once. Now I can counter a K command. And now I don't think they have any outs. Unless, yeah, some big, uncounterable beat stick. Okay, we got the 3-2. Got the GGs in the chat. So yeah, really interesting league, I think. Very nice matchups. See you for the closing thoughts. So closing thoughts on this a bit different build of Nethergoyf Dimir Tempo with Nethergoyf. So I won 2 Dimir mirrors and lost two times to Izzet. And in really close games, of course, but we generally think that Dimir is favored. I think it's favored. If you Bowmaster Delver, you're so far ahead. You have Bergoyf that is hard to beat, but these games also showed that like a Daze at the right time, is Spell Snare or Stifle at the right time, they can do wonders. Even there was a Stifle in the last turn to counter the trigger of Metamorphosis Fanatic. So like really classic Izzet stuff that that beat me, and yeah, it's I think Nethergoyf felt quite good at putting on the pressure. I actually really like Nethergoyf alongside Architects in this league because like against the Soulguide Lantern, for instance, the Architects was really clutch in enabling with just one card, enabling the Curd Ape mode of Nethergoyf. And like compared to Murktide is really good. It's better in the mirror in a sense because there are fewer answers to it. But against Izzet, it's not like post board. It's not very good. It's gonna eat a blast many days of the week. So I don't feel like that's the solution for Dimir against Izzet. I will say that. So right now I'm a bit in love with Architects of Will, but if I played Nihil Spellborn, I think that would definitely help against Izzet, and it would make it defensible to not play Surgicals in the board. So I might that might be one of the changes going forward, and maybe finding, I don't know, some kind of configuration where I solidify the good matchup. I feel like it should be like maybe the fourth Thoughtseize is not necessary. Like there are small tweaks here and there. The Reanimate, we didn't see that come up, but it's not very good against Izzet. Like there are choices here and there. I feel like we have a lot of answers to Murktide, but the fact that 2 of them are Snuff Out, it's a thing. But yeah, I'm happy. I feel like I feel like Nethergoyf Tempo seems more appealing than the big Dimir, like Murktide Bergoyf style that Inf played in the showcase to a top 2 finish, which is very close to what I have ready over here, which is like discard heavy Thoughtseize Hymns, and then 3 Murktides, 3 Bergoyfs. So basically going a bit bigger instead of using slots for for a couple of extra cantrips and Nethergoyfs, those 6 cards. Yeah, I have some funky diverge here, but that I never tried. Yeah, but it's almost Christmas, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna play, but see you next week.